we're here with the Stallions, and we're going to talk about their new look. How half the team's changed, and
more.
Yeah, and and you guys have added a lot of even models, a lot of pogey points to the team as well. You're not just challenging on the.
Why we didn't look good before?
You look good. Maybe you mas pogey na yun.
Mas pogey.
Mas pogey. Obviously you're still there, so. It's
so now last year, because we were not pogey, you ranked us number 7. So pogey.
Oh,
so what should we be finishing now?
Well, I ranked you 3rd this time.
Third
this time. Although given how Kaya's going down, I'd put you up to 2nd now. If that
still
helps.
Still not the champion.
Well, Global is still the pre-season favourites.
Yeah, I agree.
Pre-season. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So back to the.
Did you put that on your website already? Not yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
3rd place. So you guys are really challenging at the top. Also in the top of the pogey points list. Who's the most pogey team in the UFL?
Besides the coach?
Let's go players first.
Players?
The most pogey team.
In the UFL?
Yeah.
I don't know, you have to ask Jason DeJong. He's got a lot of male and female fans, so you have to ask him.
Well, I still, like we gain a lot.
Yeah.
That's why he has a lot of new tattoos. Every time he gets a new fan.
Okay.
No, I don't really know. I think we're pretty even now, to be honest. Like I'm not gonna say the team, because otherwise, because I really have one in my head, to be honest now. But but we did well now in the new transfer window, so for the new season.
Yeah, but they're playing well. This was actually a merger between Stallions and Santa Lucia. A few of the Brazilian players actually played for Santa Lucia before, but Daniel Matsunaga and Hector were actually walk-ons. Same as with Prince Poulet. They showed up for training one day and said, we want to try out for Stallion. So it's good.
Well, maybe you can tell us more of these new players. Who's come in? Who's replaced the other players who have gone out? Can you give us a rundown of so far? Who do you think is performing well?
Well, a lot of our local players actually. I felt so bad for them not being able to start. So it's good that right now, since we released them, they actually are starting. Most of them are starting for Air Force and for Green Archers United. And OJ was requested by Pachanga Dilman because his brother coaches there. So that's the reason why he moved there. And I have about 6 players who moved to Air Force, and then 3 in Archers. We brought in these 3 guys who are here right now, and then obviously Rufo and Waco from last year. And then we have from the Brazilians, we have Yuri, we have Guillermo, we have Hector, we have Hideo, and we have Daniel Matsunaga, and then Andrew Wolf is also there. Prince Poulet is another new guy.
Yeah, Wolf played in that charity game, the Clear match, right?
Yeah.
Was that when you first saw him play football, or was?
No, actually, when we played against Prince.
Wolf.
Wolf. No, he actually played for Stallion for Santa Lucia during the summer. When Santa Lucia was formed, we actually loaned a lot of Stallion players to them, so that's kind of how it started. Right now, he's still a little bit injured, so he's still trying to recover. But these guys actually been training, and even with their hectic schedule, they've been able to attend around 80% of our practices. And I told them, if you don't train, you don't play.
Yeah.
So it's that simple. So, plus we have these new guys with us right now. And the newest member from One Direction.
and Jesse, can we ask you then, why did you leave One Direction for Philippine football?
I wasn't getting enough fame.
Wasn't pogey enough there. Have you found joining the Stallions and playing in the Philippines?
Yeah, it's really, really good. Everyone, straight off the bat was really nice to me and really welcoming with open arms and stuff, and the football's really good. I've seen it pick up a lot. Didn't really know much about it. I had to YouTube a couple of videos and stuff, but now looking at it now and playing, it's really.
You have to tell them about your first experience in Iloilo. These 2 guys fighting, and suddenly somebody's hand got chopped off.
That's another one. Yeah. I'll tell you another time.
Okay. Well, good luck to that guy's hand who.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's not there anymore.
Right. Okay, fair enough. I also liked how you could instantly tell you're Australian by straight off the bat. Straight at the cricket metaphors immediately. It's good. And Jeremy, tell us about how did you join Stallions and why did you decide to come here?
I was playing in Germany, over there in Europe, and just trying to make it. And Ernie happened to be in the U.S. with the Malditas and was talking to an old coach of mine who's my agent, and he gave me a ring over the winter break during the transfer window if I was interested in maybe playing over here. Didn't know much about Philippine football, looked into it a little bit, thought I'd come over here in January, and everything went good.
So he went straight from the airport to Iloilo. That
Yep.
was his first experience in the Philippines.
No Manila.
Yep.
It's often nicer outside, but and some of the provinces are great. Have you guys been able to get out much to visit anywhere?
Not much. I mean, just Jason and Jesse a
Yeah.
little bit.
Iloilo was just mainly really exploring, and now we're in Manila. It's like back to normal with all the
Yeah.
skyscrapers and the cars and stuff.
Feel kind of at home.
And we talked a little bit before about how the system's changed, how out of necessity. How do you see the system changing and developing as you guys are getting stronger, as you're getting used to each other, the players are gelling more? How do you see that progress going with that system?
Well, it's kind of mixing things. Me being the national team coach also of the women's, I basically had the same problem. When I went to the U.S., I was able to recruit a lot of players, and most of them are actually midfielders.
Okay.
So I said I basically have the same problem. So how do I actually solve this problem? So actually, a big influence in this system is my assistant coach, Coach Hill, who used to play for Loyola. So he was another impressive pickup that we have, and we talked about it, and he suggested that we can do the system, and I'm all for that. One of the things that I like in my approach in coaching is actually to talk to the players. Sometimes we argue, sometimes we fight, but at the end of the day, we figure out what we need to do to win. So I think that's the most important part. So it's a system out of necessity, but it's also nice because it's a new experience for everybody, not just for us, but also for the players. And I think once they find their niche and how it works, it's going to be pretty interesting. The nice part is even the players from the bench are wanting to get involved, and that's what we've been trying to do. We've been trying to mix and match with the lineups and see what we can do to actually bring in more of the bench players in and get them more playing time. And I think as the season progresses, that's one of the problems I had last year is I got a lot of injuries in the second half. We did really good in the first half of the season, and then we kind of had problems in the second half. So I want to avoid that. So what I did as far as players, I'm making sure that I have rotation, and that's one of the reasons we brought in Rufo Sanchez. And during the cup, he proved that he's worth that player, and also Waco. Waco Cañas actually is a big influence also in how we're playing now. You actually have him playing more to the right, and then Jeremy to the left. But most of the time, you actually see them interchange. It's so amazing how you can just have 3 players in the back, and you can actually see them. All of them at one point in time will play center back. And all those was just sometimes you see it all the way up front. So it depends on the situation. I guess last week in the latter half of the game, Jason went down and played defender also on the left side, and Jeremy played in the middle, and Waco stayed on the right side. So it's something that we want to be able to do. I think it's something that we for the Filipinos, I think it's a system that we can work on, and I think if you have athletic people in the back, I think this will work.
Well, it's obviously working already, and it's nice to see the team going from strength to strength each week, each game. Good luck against Kaya. You mentioned before it's Prince's old club as well, so he'll be facing off against his old teammates there. So good luck for the game. To find out more about the way Stallions are developing, follow us at FTW Sports, and we'll give you all the updates about the UFL and Stallions.